This is Tom's Tips for Excel. My name is Tom Ertis, and this tip is named Explaining Array Formulas. I could not resist putting the screen picture on my opening slide here. Array formulas are a different animal. My objective with this tip is, if you're not familiar with arrays, you will be by the end of the video, at least enough to hold your own next time this topic comes up at the water cooler. First, an array is simply a collection of items. In this example, the items are cell values. An array formula is a special kind of formula that can perform multiple calculations all at the same time on one or more items in an array. There are two kinds of array formulas. They can give one answer in one cell, which is the kind this tip shows, or an array formula can be built to give more than one answer in several cells. Okay, that's the theory. So what does all that mean? Take a look at this worksheet. It's an example of needing one answer in one cell. In the yellow cell, you want the sum of each widget model's count times its cost. One way to go about that is to enter the formula equals C4 times D4, and you can drag that formula on down and double click the auto sum icon to arrive at what is the correct answer for this problem. But this is just a 12-row deep set. Suppose you have a worksheet with a couple of 100,000 rows. You're not going to want to have that many interim formulas in your worksheet. It weighs down the file. It looks clunky. Much better to have just one formula do the job if you can. That's where array formulas come in, and that is how this will be solved with an array formula example. I'm just going to type in the word array formula here to keep our bearings. Now recall that we're summing what we are multiplying. So here is being multiplied, so is here, and then all the way down we're summing those products. And therefore you can begin the formula with the familiar sum function. And whether or not you know, you have been working with arrays in Excel ever since you've been working with Excel. Recall at the start of the video I said that an array is a collection of items. So here in cell C4 to C15 is an array, and the items that are being collected are cell values. Same thing for D4 to D15. So you can enter C4 to C15, and we're multiplying those items by what is in D4 to D15, close parentheses. And believe it or not, that is your array formula in this case. The trick with arrays is that you need to remember to press Control Shift Enter. This is not intuitive, but it's something that you can't get around. It's something Excel requires, and doing it lets Excel know that you are intending this formula to be an array formula. So pressing Control Shift Enter produces that result in cell G1, which is the same as what is in cell E16. But the array formula in G1 didn't need any other of these interim formulas. It arrived at the same result all by itself with Control Shift Enter. And these curly braces you see in the formula bar are what Excel puts into the formula bar by itself. You don't enter them in yourself when you press Control Shift Enter. Now, it's a fair question to wonder how it is that Excel is doing this, and how it is that I'm just double clicking the cell here, and I'm going to select these two array range arguments. And you could do this with any formula. You don't have to have it be an array formula. I'm going to press the F9 key to show you what is happening behind the scenes. And behind the scenes of this is this. 913.5 is what the first result was with that formula that we entered, and 533.2 is the same as this. 543.75 is the same as the third one, and so on. There are 12 of these results that are being stored in Excel, and they are enclosed within common parentheses. And with the sum function, all it takes to execute that formula is Control Shift Enter. That is how the array formula does its job. Now, another example to further make the point, suppose instead of just these two arguments, you wanted to add a third array, that being region. And so let's just say with region here to kind of keep things straight. And this formula, let's say that we only wanted to add up the count times the cost for the north region. To do that would be to add this array of A4 to A15, and with the equals north. You see how you can get away with doing that because you're going to press Control Shift Enter. And even before I do that, I'm going to again press the F9 key, and taking a look at what this would produce will be 913.5, and that's what this is. And then these zeros here are because the first number appeared with north being in that first cell that the array is looking at, A4. But the next three cells don't equal north, and that is why there are zeros properly being returned there. The next time you see another real number is 605.44, and that you find here, which is the next time that the word north appeared. So the array formula is doing its job, and to commit that to the cell, Control Shift Enter, and that number of 2107.64 is gotten by adding that first number, that second number for when north appears, and the third time north appears. If you wanted to really test your work, you could select those cells. I'm pressing my Control key and showing that in the status bar down here, 2107.64 is the same as what this array formula properly shows. If you take the time to understand the basic logic of array formula construction, you'll find array formulas to be a valuable tool. There's plenty of other info on the internet, and one of them is my website, which is atlaspm.com. It is on the opening slides in the upper left corner below my company's logo, and you can either click on the blog if you wanted to see what I'm lately doing, but in the search for field, type in ARRAY, click the search button, and you will see a number of different instances that I have given more examples if you want to get a further grasp of array formulas. If you get stuck, feel free to email me, tom@atlaspm.com, and good luck with learning array formulas. They're a valuable tool.